never get in my way. Snip on, snip on, snip on, snip on, bun, bun, bun. I know what you want, bun, bun. Bet you wanna taste it, bun, bun. Bet you wanna taste it. I know what you want.
Hey guys, it's Sarah here, and I'm going to be showing you how to do 2 cool looks using Mary Kay's new limited edition eyeshadow palette, and this is one of them. And I'm just so excited to be doing a makeup look because I've been wanting to do one forever, but I've been procrastinating a lot. But let's get started with the first look. I'm going to be using a concealer, and this is what we're going to use to start off on our base. This is actually an under eye corrector, but I use it for like concealer and highlighting. But this is a little bit lighter than my actual shade of skin, because it doesn't really matter with concealer because you're just going to cover it up anyway. So right now I'm just going to be applying it to my areas that have like scars or redness. Now that I have the concealer in all the areas that I wanted to, I'm just going to be taking a beauty blender and I'm just going to be dabbing it in. So now that everything's concealed, I'm going to be taking my Mary Kay CC cream in the shade of light to medium with my stippling brush by Sigma, and I'm just going to be applying that all over the face. Now I'm just going to be using a round oval blending brush to smoothen it all out. Now we're going to be moving on to brows, and this is my brow palette, and it's called Pro Brow Palette by JJB. I'm just going to be using 2 brushes. I'm going to use this little thin one to kind of outline my brow, and then I'm going to be using this fluffy eyeliner brush to fill it in.
I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you inside out.
Okay, so now that the brow is fully filled in, it kind of looks a little bit messy because on the top I pushed it up a little bit too much, but here's what we're going to do. First thing I'm going to do to clean up the brow is I'm going to be taking a makeup wipe and this tiny little brush that I use to outline my eyebrow, and I'm going to be cleaning up the sides, and then after that I'm going to be taking the concealer that we used earlier and a concealer brush, and I'm just going to be applying the concealer under the brow to highlight.
Crawling around, searching for higher ground. Can't see in front of me, my enemies. I've tried every possibility, ability to know if I can bleed. If that's what you wanted.
So now that my eyebrow is fully concealed, I'm going to start blending it in. And I'm going to be using this brush that came in the brush set with the oval brushes. I actually got these on Amazon. I'll leave a link below if you guys want to check them out. But I'm just going to be applying this where the concealed parts are. And so now that we got this brow done, I'm just going to continue and fill in the other one, and then I'll get back to you. Now we're moving on to the eyeshadow portion of this look. I'm going to be using Mary Kay's limited edition new palette, and it has all these bright colors, and I'm actually going to be doing 2 makeup looks. So the first one is going to be using these 3 colors, silver, royal blue, and dark blue, and then the next one is going to be gold and shimmery gold. So the first one I'm going to be doing is these 3 colors, and I'm going to show you how to apply it, and it's just really cute. The first thing for eyeshadow is primer. You need primer for this look because it's a very dramatic look and you want it to stay on pretty much all day. So we're going to be using this eye primer, and I'm just going to be applying it just to make sure that all the colors stay together. Now I'm going to be using Ignis Self's palette, and I'm going to be taking this really white cream color, and I'm just going to be applying it to my brow bone. So right now I'm going to be taking my concealer that I've been using in this video. I'm just going to be applying the concealer on my lid so all of the colors stay. So now that I have the concealer set on my lid, I'm going to be taking this really pretty shimmery silver color, and I'm just going to be kind of applying it to like from the corner of my eye to like the middle of the half, and then after that I'm going to be taking this really pretty dark color. It's kind of like black mixed with like sparkles, and I'm going to be putting that on my outer corner, and then I will create a wing. So now that it kind of looks something like this, it looks a little weird right now, but trust me, it'll look. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to be taking this really dark shadow, like a black shadow from my Ignis Self palette, and I'm going to wet this eyeliner brush. And I'm just going to line kind of like a cat eye into the shadow. I'm sorry the camera did not get it for some reason, but I just basically lined it into kind of a cat eye. But you get the gist, and I just filled it in with the same black shade. So now I'm just going to be taking a blue color, and I'm just going to be loading it up on my eye crease pencil. And I'm just going to be applying it on the eye crease above the little... Okay, I'm gonna fix this because it kind of went everywhere. Okay, so the eyeshadow is pretty much done. The only thing I'm gonna do now is adding this royal blue eyeliner from Mary Kay at Play, and it's liquid liner, and I'm just gonna be tight lining my bottom and kind of putting towards up to the wing. Now, the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to re-outline my wing again because it's kind of faded with all the shadow, and then I am going to just clean up my tight line to see if there's any blue where there shouldn't be. So this is what it should end up looking like, and now I'm just going to do the other eye. And now I'm just going to be applying falsies. These are very like wispy types, and I'm just going to put the glue on. It's better if you use tweezers to apply it because it really helps get it on your lash line, and you want to try to apply it as close to the lash line as you got. So I just put some glue on, and I'm going to apply it to this eye. Now I'm just going to be applying some mascara under just to make sure that all of the lashes are in sync together. And voila. The eyes are done. Now we are going to be moving on to contouring, and now for contouring I'm going to be taking my good old trusty stippling brush and my highlighting pen from Mary Kay. It is in the shade of 4, which is like the darkest color they have. And I'm just going to be applying this on my hand, and I'm going to take the product and put it on under my cheekbones, basically. I usually have creams, but I just ran out of them. So for now, I am using the highlighter pen. It's kind of hard to get the product on there, but I will get creams and then I'll start the whole contouring series. Okay, now I'm just doing the same thing to the other side. So that wasn't really working, the product was not really getting on it, so I just decided to use the pen, and now I'm just blending it in with my stippling brush. You can use a beauty blender or a stippling brush or whatever kind of brush you want to use, but I usually use a stippling brush because it distributes the product more evenly. Now I'm just going to be taking a powder. Mine is in the shade of Beige 5 from Mary Kay Mineral Powder, and I'm just going to be applying this evenly all over my skin. And the brush that I'm using is also a set with the oval brushes. They are kind of like dupes of the artsy brushes. Those are really expensive, but I found these on Amazon for about $10. So if you want to go check them out, I'll leave the description and I'll leave it in the description. So I think it is pretty much applied evenly. Now for some reason, I'm like totally out of bronzer for some reason. Like I have no idea why. But for now, I'm just going to be using this dark color from my eyeshadow palette and this big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be pinching it. And I'm just going to make it look like kind of like a fan brush. And I'm just going to darken my contour for where I put it. Kind of sounds weird, but you get me, right? It kind of looks a little bit dark, but that's alright because we're going to blend it in and then we're going to highlight, which is my favorite part. Okay, so now that we're done contouring, we're going to be highlighting and using blush. So I'm going to be using this really pretty, like, soft, warm color for my highlight, and I'm going to use this peachy, poppy color for blush. Now I'm just going to continue to highlight my areas like above the cheekbones, on the nose, on the forehead, basically anywhere where natural light hits your face. So that is it for this look. I hope you like it. I'm going to be showing you how to do the second look in a little bit, but I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was really creative. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. I kind of got inspiration from Nikki Tutorials and on her Zendaya look. I thought it was just amazing, and I didn't want to copy it or anything, but I just liked the wing that she did, so I kind of got inspired by that. But yeah, let's get started on this new look. So I already put my face, did my eyebrows, and I already put the primer and the white base on my lid. And we're just going to be starting off with these two colors. This is a very simple look, but it's very glamorous because it has a lot of glitter and shimmeries in it. So the first thing we're going to be doing is taking this really gold glittery color, and I'm just going to be applying that to my lid where I put the concealer on. So okay, now that we have this glittery gold on our lid, I'm going to be taking a brush, and I'm going to be using the same color, but I'm kind of going to blend it into my crease eye area. I don't really know how to explain it, but you guys will see. So I'm taking a fluffy brush, and I'm loading it up, and I'm just going to be for right now. It pretty much just looks like gold, like dark gold right now. But I'm going to take this brighter gold color, and I'm just going to load it up with the big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to be applying that onto the And yeah, this is what it should look, something like that. If you want to, you can go back and reapply your gold because sometimes it gets overlapped and you can't really see it and it kind of just looks like a bunch of gold mush. And then we are going to underline it, tightline it with that shimmery gold color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the concealer and I'm going to put that under my tightline. Now that we are done with the shadows, I'm going to be taking a black eyeliner and I'm just going to be winging it out. It's kind of going to be a dramatic long wing. Not like long wing, but something that's a little bit more dramatic to make the shadow pop more. Now the wing looks a little bit weird right now, but I'm just going to be taking a makeup wipe and I'm going to be taking off the excess eyeliner and shaping it into a wing. This is what the eye looks like. So now that we're done with the eyes, we're moving on to lashes. So I'm just going to be applying these. These are the colors I'm going to be using for highlighting and blush. So this is what the final look ends up looking like. I used a red lipstick crayon for my lips. And yeah, I hope you like this video. Leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys next week.
You're the one looking this way?
You're just looking at me.
Look at the camera.
I just realized I put this backwards. I'm so stupid.
Oh,